Hello and welcome to the Global eCricket Premier League. We are match day 1 and of course match 4. We've seen 3 matches, a few of them closely contested. A lot of entertainment and drama which you've already seen, but we come down to match 4 now. KolkataHawks taking on Mumbai Grizzlies. Joining me along is my expert Chetan Narula. Chetan, 3 games, we did see a lot of ups and downs. Now what do you expect of this game?
Well, I'm expecting much the same, Rosh, and thanks for the welcome. You know, we will have the team that's winning the toss. I'm expecting them to, once again go for chase. Quite a few interesting players that are in both the Kolkata and the Mumbai sides. The most important thing, obviously, is 4th match of the day. You want to be in that group, which is registering those 2 points.
Right, you spoke very important, about the 2 points you mentioned. There are a few teams have already got it. Now you look at how the schedule goes like. Of course, remember, we have finished 3 games. We have gone to the 4th where the Hawks take on the Grizzlies. 2 teams, the Kolkata taking on Mumbai there. But remember, we have Chennai again coming up against New York Caves. They've already played their games. In fact, have won as well in their respective games. But now, there are 8 teams. We have already just seen 1 match now, or rather 2 teams have not played, and we're seeing them now.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 teams that haven't played. You have them, the captains on of those both sides, KolkataHawks and Mumbai Grizzlies. KolkataHawks led by Saurabh Jain, and I think he's going to be a very, very important player in terms of how he manages his side. And then other side we have Davinder, who is one of the better players in the tournament. And again we have to remind our viewers, 48 top players for real cricket are distributed amongst these 8 sides. So it's this competition is intense at every ball, at every over, at every level.
Well, it certainly is. You spoke about Davinder, interestingly.
Yeah.
During the qualifiers, he was on an average. Remember, these players are playing as an individual with all the 5 wickets and, of course, the bowlers. Here, the situation changes where they're actually presenting just 1 batter and also 1 bowler. Davinder had an average of almost 70 to 80 in every game, and that's astounding by the standards. Now, of course, you look for the roster for, of course, the team coming in for the likes of KolkataHawks. They've fielded the best players. Remember, this is all based on a ranking system where the best players were fielded in that slot. There you have it. The captain is placed as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's going to play an important role. But I think the guy that I'm looking out for is Sachin. He is the number 3 player, Sachin Chauhan. He's the number 3 player in this tournament, and it's a heartwarming story. जब उनका qualifier से इनका main tournament में हुआ, he called his dad, he was crying, it's an absolutely heartwarming story. So it shows you that, yes, it's an e-gaming platform. Yes, it's not real cricket in terms of real life cricket. This is real cricket, by the way. But what I'm trying to say is that, it means a lot. It matters a lot. So I'm looking forward to watching Sachin play.
Well, you also spoke about the likes of somebody like Vaibhav Shinde, who of course is a milkman by the day, and here he comes as a top-notch player. Well, here it is, GPL changing lives out and out. Well, there it is. You look at the other side of the story. Mumbai Grizzlies are really gearing up for the game as well. We have seen them bonding well. We've also seen them practice well. That's how the squad will look like then.
Yeah, a couple of interesting players in the Mumbai Grizzlies as well. Davinder, obviously one of the better players. Here he is, the highest strike rate in the tournament, 267. That is insane strike rate. And to boot, he has an economy of 5.2. So that's an all-rounder player if there ever was. I think Mumbai will be relying on his all-round skills. But then there is also Milan Gohil, who is the vice captain. हमने एक तरफ से देखा, you had Sachin, जो अपने father को phone कर रहे थे कि मेरा qualify हो गया, and here he is, 42-year-old. He's the most experienced, the eldest in the entire tournament. इनको किसी से permission लेने की जरूरत नहीं है कि मैं game खेलूंगा. He's his own boss.
That's the irony, because if he probably in his family, if he has small children, if they ask him, क्या मैं game खेलूं, वो कहेंगे जरूर खेलिए. आपको GPL पे मौका मिलेगा.
Yeah.
Well, we are building up on that, but there are a couple of players that we really have to look out for in this game as well, and right in front of his screens, because Sachin it is, and alongside Sachin has been an interesting prospect, of course. Remember, GPL has given platform to some of the finest gamers, along with all the personal life stories that they carry, and of course, it's humbling to really see the kind of stories which we were acquainted to in the tournament. But these 2 players really would be the pick from the 2 teams that we're going forward to. Now,
Yeah, absolutely. Sachin, I'm looking forward to seeing him play. 202 strike rate and 6 the economy rate. So yeah, it's going to be a good matchup. May the best team win.
Well, that is where the best team win. But again, you're talk about the game going forward. Some closely contested battles, but at the end of the day, it all turns about who can be out there on the field. We're almost ready for the toss right now. And of course, when we go forward, remember, toss has actually won you the matches, but it could be anyone's game. You're going forward for the toss, where we have Neeraj down there along with the captains and also the umpire of both the Kolkata Hawks and the Mumbai Grizzlies.
All new Pulsar Mania's here. Maniacs wanted.
lenskart. Download the app.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा।
finolex pipes. पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं।
देवी और संजनो, ये है मैच डे 1, मैच नंबर 4। एंड जैसे रोशन ने कहा, यार यहाँ पे बहुत ड्रामा चल रहा है यार। मेरे साथ है टीम कैप्टन्स कोलकाता हॉक्स के सौरभ जैन एंड मुंबई ग्रिजलीज के देवेंद्र सिंह। आई वुड नाउ लाइक टू कॉल द एम्पायर फॉर द टॉस। अ बिग राउंड ऑफ अपलॉज। कैप्टन्स, आप दोनों में से कॉल कौन लेगा? आप लोगे?
यस, मैं कॉल करूँगा। हेड्स।
कोलकाता हॉक्स ने हेड्स चूज किया एंड इट इज हेड्स। कांग्रेचुलेशंस सौरभ। विल इट बी अ बैटिंग और अ बॉलिंग?
मैं पहले बॉल फास्ट करूँगा।
आप पहले बॉलिंग
करूँगा मैं।
ग्रेट। ओके, सो द कोलकाता हॉक्स हैव चोजन बॉलिंग। बताइए क्यों, व्हाट इज द स्ट्रेटजी?
अभी के जो 3 मैच देखे ना स्टार्ट के,
बिल्कुल,
उसमें से 2 मैच जो बाद में जो जिसने बैटिंग किया उसने बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस किया है।
अच्छा,
उस हिसाब से देखते हुए हमारा ये फर्स्ट मैच है और इसमें हम हमारा बेस्ट देंगे।
बिल्कुल, कांग्रेचुलेशंस एंड ऑल द बेस्ट आपको। देवेंद्र, आप बताइए कि आप क्या, अगर आप जीते तो व्हाट वुड बी योर चॉइस?
मैं भी बॉलिंग लेता क्योंकि फर्स्ट मैच है तो चेज में थोड़ा कंफर्ट रहता है, तो टारगेट ट्राई करते हैं 60-65 तो इजी चेज हो जाता है। बट अब बैटिंग फर्स्ट आया तो ट्राई करेंगे 70 तक स्कोर करने का।
Kolkata has won the toss and they have decided to bowl. All the best to both the teams. And now over to our analysts.
Well, there you are, Saurabh Jain for the Kolkata Hawks, winning the toss and again deciding to bowl. I'm pretty sure that it has to do with the kind of setting a target and then eventually coming and chasing it.
Oh, absolutely. No surprises at this point. It's the 4th match of the first day only. But again, the 4th match. And no surprises. You know, you want to bowl first, you want to target in front of you, and then try and chase it down.
Well, what could be a good target? We've seen the likes of an average of 60 or rather 67 being chased there. But you think anything over 65, 70 would be a good target to again defend?
I mean, in the last game, we just saw almost 70 being scored, and then obviously they chased 66 down with 2 balls to spare. So it could be very easily. I want to see 70. I want to see 70 today.
But of course, all of us want to see runs, 4s and 6s. That's what is a treat for all of us, along with the analyst. Well, it's time for the game then. Our casters, Crips and Floki, are already ready then.
All new Pulsar Mania's here. Maniacs wanted.
lenskart. Download the app or visit your nearest store.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा।
finolex pipes. पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं।
लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, देवियों और सज्जनों और हमारे दर्शकों का वापस से स्वागत है GEPL 2023 में। मैं हूं फ्लोकी, विद मी स्क्रिप्स, एंड वी आर बैक विद द 4th गेम ऑफ द डे between the Mumbai Grizzlies as well as the Kolkata Hawks. The Kolkata Hawks, they won the toss. Statistically, every single team that has won the toss has won the game. Should we call this one?
No.
Good.
Absolutely
Thank you.
not. Are you kidding me?
No, I am not. I was just trying to get your opinion, but that's a very interesting statistic for you guys because every single team that has won the toss so far, I could be wrong about that though, it seems like the toss winners do choose to prefer to bowl.
Yeah, almost everyone who won the toss has decided to bowl first, but it's been with mixed results so far, right?
Yeah.
The first two teams, they decided to bowl first and they lost. Just the previous game, someone was finally able to make a stand for themselves when they decided to bowl first. So that definitely was a pattern breaker. Let's see if Mumbai over here can fill into that pattern or will there be a deviation as well. Of course, since I am from Mumbai, I will be slightly...
Home city bias?
Yeah, slightly
Okay.
more favoring the Grizzlies over here. But again, I have to be as neutral as possible.
Well, get your pitchforks out, folks. I'm kidding. No, I mean, you know, I actually join you on that. Even I am a little bit favoring, you know, the home city, but for different reasons. Because I hear there's a very certain player on that team who's a hot shot. Why don't you tell us more? Because it seems like you've done your research.
He isn't just a hot shot. He is the hottest, the most feared player in the league so far. He has a legendary status so far. The #1 ranked player in the entire league. The final boss, Devendra. He is in this team. He's got an insane run rate of 267.
Wow. And that's the highest, huh?
That's the highest, the absolute tippy top. That's as high as you can get. The only person who's close enough to him is Anurag, and he's got 261.
Wow, okay, so that's a decent margin that he's ahead by. So, yeah, Devendra definitely knows what he's doing. But here's a bit of a trickier question, right? Knowing the fact that Devendra is the man to beat, do you think the Kolkata Hawks have prepared some strats, so they have some ideas on how they want to deal with this obviously extremely aggressive, confident, cocky batsman?
They better. I mean, I wouldn't say that he is a cocky batsman. He's rather humble. At least outside the game, he definitely is. Inside the game, I don't know. He can turn into a monster. You don't get to 267 strike rate just by playing a regular game of real cricket.
Yeah, you certainly don't get there by being a humble batsman. You know, you hit those balls, you hit them with intent, with power. And yeah, I mean, if Devendra lives up to his, well, you know, his status, I think we are going to be in for a treat here.
Exactly. And it's not just the strike rate that you need to be careful about, right? He's got an economy of 5.27. That is as low as it can get. So he is revered in both batting as well as bowling and fielding. You put them all together and you've got a contender.
You know, I'm really grateful that I'm on this side of the stage. You
no,
know,
you don't want to be facing him.
Absolutely not. I wouldn't even want to be 10 feet within his range when I am playing the game. I would automatically feel inferior and be like, all right, man, I'll just put my phone away in shame, you know. Clearly, that guy has a knack for the game. So we'll see how that translates, though, because the team sport aspect of this game is the trickier part, right? Like, you can be really, really good individually, but as a team and as a part of, you know, well, you could say an organization in a way, do you function well? Do you fill a role or do you make the entire team play around you? Either of those modes aren't exactly better than the other, but they both require different types of strengths and weaknesses. Most teams prefer to play towards a common objective. You know, it's 5 players developing a strategy, developing a role, and then filling those roles. But perhaps Mumbai Grizzlies could have a different approach.
They definitely could have a different approach. I mean, on the flip side of a person like Devendra is one of the most charming players that I've seen so far, Milind. I mean, this guy has it all, right? He's well above his years. He's a hot shot banker, has nothing to worry about. So he's only here to compete with guys nearly half his age just to prove a point, just to show that he can be boss. And he's got some really good stats to boast. He's got an 82% rate of striking fours across the boundary. That's impressive enough. And if that isn't enough, he's got a very good strike rate of 210. So that's Milind for you. He doesn't just be charming in front of the camera, but he also can be quite devastating when he's got the phone in his hands.
Oh yeah, deadly with the bat, deadly with the phone. This man is definitely striking fear into my heart. You know, you provided that second description. Again, I am reminded why I am here. And I'm here for a very good reason, because I'm happy being here.
Yeah.
I do not want to be on that side, on Kolkata Hawks' side.
But let me tell you a nice, happier story, right?
Sure.
I mean, so far I've done nothing but strike fear into you. I've tried to intimidate you.
Hey, you put me up against a grizzly, you know, I am going to get down or get back depending on the color of the bear. Yeah.
Speaking of color over here, there is a very inspiring story that it really puts Mumbai Grizzlies on the top over there as a team that not only that you can cheer for because they perform well, but also as a team that you can connect to.
Well,
and because Sajan is the one opening for this team, let me tell you about something. This man is an amputee, and he saw esports as his lever to get out of poverty, to get out of his life struggles.
Yeah, and well, he is the one who's going to be bowling right away. A good ball in the first power play. This man is trusted to try and control the first inning and the first few overs, and yeah, I don't think the Mumbai Grizzlies could have asked for a better player to do so. 2 runs. And Sajan, let's see what he can achieve over here.
Ooh.
Yeah, confident as ever. Will only get the 1 though, so... Oh!
A lot of misfielding by Satyendra over here. I mean, so far it's fine. You're only giving away 2s and 1s, but this can really come to bite you in the rear if things get at a higher stake.
Yeah, if things get hairy, you don't really want to be misfielding here. And thank goodness that KolkataHawks are not the ones, you know, setting the target.
Yeah. PK taking strike this time. The ball is well outside the off stump in terms of the line, and it is well outside the boundary as well. Mumbai Grizzlies off to a nice start. That's a powerful pulsar 4.
Oh yeah, the showstopper right at the beginning. Chhatrapati showing us what he is, PK showing us what he is made of. And
Very smooth cover drive. And I believe that's another one.
Okay, Papu Priyadarshi at it again. Man just does not know how to stop. First ball, a boundary. Second ball, a boundary as well. And there's no stopping this man whatsoever. Is that going to be another boundary? Yes, it is.
Come on, stop it.
Man, this guy has no chill.
Absolutely not. His name is Pappu Kumar, and do not let that amuse you because this man will serve up a storm when he's got the bat in his hands.
Oh,
very wide off shot, and he picks it up, lofts it across just a little shy of a 6.
And that's another 4 going the way of the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies, well, certainly striking fear in the hearts of the Hawks. And I don't think that's a very scenic view for them.
I don't know who's flying, whether it's the Hawks or whether it's the balls.
Oh, yeah. Certainly seem like the Grizzlies are the ones with the wings instead of the Hawks.
And they've got the claws too.
Yeah, but maybe Mirdhaji's over can be a little bit better, a little different. Sajan Preet with the adjustment and his first boundary as well. High fives being exchanged. And there it is, the umpire happy to wave his hands back and forth as he confirms the 4. And there it is again. Yeah.
You're hiding some serious firepower under those thumbs, Mumbai Grizzlies.
Oh, but yeah, that was a little bit risky, but that's a wide, so no harm, no foul, no.
Absolutely no harm, no foul. The one shot that you happen to miss also is a shot which KolkataHawks will come to regret. Won't even be counted, so you can have another chance, another crack at it.
Oh, okay, that is a good ball, but it might just be caught. And yes, it is. The KolkataHawks will manage to take out Chhatrapati as he got a little bit too eager, a little bit too ahead of himself. And he will be taken out in the second ball of the second over.
नजर हटी और दुर्घटना घटी, हल्का सा टाइमिंग मिस टाइम हो गया वहाँ पे. अगर थोड़ा और पावर के साथ लग जाता, थोड़ा और जल्दी लगता तो शायद वो बॉल फील्डर के सर के ऊपर से जाते सीधे बाउंड्री की तरफ निकलती.
बिल्कुल, लेकिन इसी के साथ the man is here, the winner is going to be batting it out. Of course that bat अभी भी पप्पू है, लेकिन मिर्धाजी perhaps वो ये गेंदबाजी चालू रख सकते हैं.
Oh, such impeccable timing. Even on a good length ball, he's able to go for a reverse sweep. Not really the best shot choice, but the fact that you're attempting such shots and trying to exploit the fielding conditions right now tells you how confident Devendra is. There's a reason why he's the #1 batsman in the league so far.
Oh yeah, and another beautiful shot coming in from Pappu, but of course not one for the boundaries. Regardless, a very, very good moat established by the side of the Grizzlies in the power play overs. Something that I'm sure the KolkataHawks are already going to be worried about. Although with that said, there's still plenty of balls remaining, plenty of surprises over here. such as this one. I think it is the boundary. The fielder did his best but couldn't get there in time. And that is another 4 to win the first ball of this inning for him. And right away, he starts things off with a bang.
Clean cut towards the mid-wicket over there. Just pushes it across. And another one this time. The spin was actually quite deadly, but Devendra is caught. He's out. The captain, the danger man has been taken away. And this definitely will put Mumbai Grizzlies on the back foot. He's their big gun. He's their star hitter.
Oh, yeah.
And this time the stars come crashing down.
Well, Devendra a bit too eager to prove his mettle. And well, the fielder had his number right there. And now it's going to be Milan Gohil coming in for the batting side. For Grizzlies, a balanced batsman. Which means that he might not exactly have the highest stats, the rawest amount of power, but a versatile player, capable of playing in many different situations.
Oh, good other short ball at quite a height.
Okay, but does get them 2 runs, so not all that bad. And yep, a good way to start the 3rd over. As the power play is out of the picture now, so the boundaries are going to be a lot more well protected. And you really do wish you had another radical batsman here to try and find those gaps. But I do not believe that is going to be the case, as that is just left. Okay, he chooses not to swing at that one because it's a wide.
That's a cool, simple way to get a free run. Let's see how many of these will Kolkata award them. They've been a little unfortunate with the fielding timings. Sometimes overthrowing, sometimes misfielding, but hopefully the bowling will pick up pace. A rather straight ball towards the offside of the stump.
Good bowling so far by Sachin, well, at least in terms of preventing those boundaries.
Yep.
And Milan still taking his time to get acclimatized. Only his 3rd ball at bat.
He's the 2nd most powerful batsman in the team. And after the loss of Devendra, he needs to play a little more safely.
Well, this one's a runner, but a runner that is going to get stopped in its tracks right before the boundary. And once again, good awareness coming through. As Sachin continues to prevent the side of the Grizzlies from getting a few too many runs, slowing down the tempo by quite a bit. But perhaps that changes now. Milan looking to make his mark, but that is fielded well. In fact, it might just be, oh, no it's not, no it's not. They're good for the 1.
But that was so off the stumps.
Yeah.
It was almost a wide. Like, you could tell that Milan had to extend his arms way ahead to even hit that one. I mean, if it hit with a little more power, it probably would have been a boundary towards 3rd man. But this one is well in the air, straight into the arms of the fielder. And PK is out. Had a phenomenal strike rate of 271 before he went down, but boy, did he go down swinging.
Oh yeah, Papu. He might have left the field, but he left fighting, still throwing those right and left hooks. But now, it's time for Mumbai Grizzlies' 4th batsman to step into the fray. It's going to be Swapnil Supekar, another balanced batsman, and those are all the hard-hitting batsmen out of the picture for the side of the Grizzlies.
Exactly. KolkataHawks have been going for one too many lenskart, nazar hati for durghatna ghati moments. They've been actually quite nice with their bowling. Let's see if the trend continues. Wonderful swing on that one.
And that's going to be another 2-fer. So, I mean, Mumbai Grizzlies just taking it easy for now, as they should. They have lost a couple more wickets than they would have liked after that explosive start, and they still have 12 balls to go.
Oh, here comes the fast bowler. Sort of picking up the pace. Can he pick up the pieces? Can he dismantle the Mumbai Grizzlies batting order? Their hard hitters are already out of the picture, and that reverse swing was deadly. If it connected even a little, a simple nudge would have been enough to put that ball straight into the arms of the wicketkeeper and send Swapnil back in on his 1st ball.
And Swapnil makes a shot. Oh, and a clear misfield coming through. A chance for a 3. And the Mumbai Grizzlies will be smiling about that one. I mean, capitalizing on their opponent's mistakes, as they should. If they want to set a decent enough target for the Hawks to beat, then yeah, they need these kind of balls. They need to make these decisions. And oh, okay, whizzes past the inside fielder, but the outer one's there. And again, just 2 for the side of the Grizzlies.
यार सौरभ की बॉलिंग क्या खतरनाक है. एक बार इन स्विंग, एक बार आउट स्विंग, एक बार रिवर्स. बहुत ज़्यादा वेरिएशन डाल रहे हैं सौरभ यहाँ पे. मिलन को बहुत ही संभाल के खेलना पड़ेगा. दिस वन रादर स्ट्रेट वन, बट बैट के थोड़ा ऊपर साइड पे लग जाता है. उतनी पावर नहीं मिली मिलन को. बैकफुट पे खेलना पड़ा उन्हें.
उसी के साथ इस ओवर में 4 गेंदें हो चुकी हैं
और सिर्फ 7 रन दिए गए हैं अब तक. 2 और बॉल बाकी. अगर यही पेस पे चलता रहा तो ये एक्चुअली काफी इंप्रेसिव होगा. लेकिन ये बॉल सीधा फील्डर के हाथ में. ओवरथ्रो हो गया है. 1 ही रन मिलना चाहिए था, लेकिन अब 2 हो गए.
उसी के साथ मुंबई ग्रिजली आई थिंक अपने 50वें रन पे पहुंची है.
एक बात कहनी पड़ेगी, कोलकाता की बॉलिंग एक्चुअली काफी अच्छी है. जिस तरह से वो लोग विकेट्स निकाल रहे हैं वो बहुत अच्छे हैं, लेकिन जितनी अच्छी उनकी बॉलिंग है उतनी ही खराब उनकी फील्डिंग हो रही है यहाँ पे.
बिल्कुल, आई थिंक वहां से थोड़ा फोकस हट चुका है. शायद लेंसकार्ट के चश्मे उनकी मदद करे वो फोकस वापस लाने में. शायद उन्हें और अच्छी सी चीजें दिखाई दे. बट उसी के साथ आए हमारे फास्ट मीडियम बॉलर सुजीत मोंडल.
आखिरी ओवर सुजीत के हाथों में. मिलन और स्वप्निल दोनों को मिलके कैसे न कैसे 60 का टारगेट तो अचीव करना ही पड़ेगा. हमने पिछले गेम में ही देखा कि कैसे 65 रन मारने के बावजूद वो टोटल डिफेंड करने में बहुत ही ज्यादा दिक्कतें हुई.
और उसी के साथ नजर हटी और दुर्घटना घटी.
नजर सिर्फ बॉल पे थी. जिस तरह से बॉल आउटसाइड द ऑफ स्टंप एरिया पे आया, उन्हें लगा कि वो आराम से एक पॉइंट ड्राइव मार के या फिर कवर ड्राइव मार के बाउंड्री उछाल सकते हैं, स्पेशली जब उधर इतने सारे फील्डर्स नहीं थे. लेकिन वो बॉल गई सीधा फील्डर के हाथ में और मिलन गए सीधा वापस पेविलियन में.
बिल्कुल, और इसी के साथ आएंगे अभिषेक चक्रवर्ती, एक डिफेंसिव बैट्समैन. आखिरी ओवर में
विकेट्स एक्चुअली काफी ज्यादा पेस पे गिरा रहे हैं कोलकाता हॉक्स यहाँ पे. आखिरी 5 बॉल, आखिरी विकेट. अब मुंबई ग्रिजलीज बहुत ज्यादा प्रेशर में आएंगे. क्या वो सेफली खेले, 1s and 2s के लिए जाए, या फिर रिस्क उठा के सीधा बाउंड्रीज के लिए जाए? उनके पास विकेट्स और बॉल्स दोनों ही बहुत कम है और रन्स इतने ज़्यादा बने नहीं हैं. अब तक तो हमने देख लिया है कि 50 का टारगेट इतना कुछ इंप्रेसिव होता नहीं है.
और उसी के साथ 2 रन तो ले पाएंगे, लेकिन वापस से 60 का टारगेट रीच करना काफी मुश्किल हो रखा है. 53 रन हियर फॉर द ग्रिजलीज और सिर्फ 3 गेंदें बाकी हैं अभी, और सारी सुजीत के हाथों, जिन्होंने काफी अच्छी बॉलिंग की है अभी तक. फास्ट मीडियम बॉलर, काफी अच्छी बॉलिंग करते हुए, बहुत ही शानदार फील्डिंग.
लेकिन ये शॉर्ट बॉल पे अगर आप कुछ भी शॉट मारोगे, मिड विकेट की तरफ जाओगे या कुछ भी करोगे, वो इतना पावर में नहीं लगने वाला. स्पेशली जब उनकी फील्डिंग इस तरह से है, जब बहुत सारे प्लेयर्स लॉन्ग ऑफ एंड कवर की तरफ बैठे हैं, आपको पावर से मारना पड़ेगा और वो बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है, स्पेशली जब आपके ऊपर शॉर्ट बॉल आ रही है. आप लॉफ्ट भी करने जाओगे तो कैच आउट होने का रिस्क रहता है.
बिल्कुल, और स्पेशली जब आपके पास वो रैडिकल या ब्रूट बैट्समैन नहीं है जो इतने पावर से नहीं मार सकते. शायद आप वापस से कॉट आउट होने वाले हैं. उसी के साथ कोलकाता हॉक्स आई थिंक यहाँ पे ऑल आउट कर चुके हैं मुंबई ग्रिजलीज को, और बहुत ही शानदार गेंदबाजी कोलकाता हॉक्स की तरफ से.
बहुत ही शानदार इंडीड. आई मीन उनके फील्डिंग में कभी कभी ओवरथ्रो हो गया था, कभी कभी मिसफील्ड हो गया था, लेकिन कैचेस उन्होंने बहुत ही बरकरार रखे. इनफैक्ट दिस इज द फर्स्ट मैच ऑफ द एंटायर डे जहां पे एक टीम को पूरी इनिंग्स खेलने का मौका नहीं मिला.
All new Pulsar Mania's here. Maniacs wanted.
lenskart. Download the app or visit your nearest store.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा।
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं।
और इसी के साथ एक कहावत आती है दिमाग में, एक अंग्रेजी कहावत, टीम वर्क मेक्स अ ड्रीम वर्क, और शायद कोलकाता हॉक्स ये कहावत को दिल पे ले चुके हैं बिल्कुल। और उसी के साथ सबसे पहली गेंद मुंबई ग्रिजलीज की वाइड जाते हुए।
You can already feel the pressure, man. You kind of feel bad for Swapnil. Swapnil actually is a pretty damn good bowler, you know. उनका dot ball percentage 34 है. 34% of all his balls are usually dot balls. लेकिन अगर वो पहले ही बॉल पे वाइड दे रहे हैं, you know something is going wrong.
Certainly, and maybe, just maybe,
oh no,
Swapnil could have done something, but as I say that, the Hawks find a boundary in the very first ball. And there it is, the 34th tournament fourth.
You know, Floki में actually थोड़ा डर गया था. बॉल जिस तरह से लॉफ्ट की गई थी, especially it was in an off swing. I thought ये सीधा फील्डर के हाथ में जाएगी, given how heighted it was. But no, they have no trouble getting the ball over the boundary. Go back-to-back fours. Pulsar will be really proud of you.
बिल्कुल, बहुत ही शानदार बैटिंग, बहुत ही शानदार बल्लेबाजी सचिन की तरफ से, और शायद ये कोइंसिडेंस नहीं है, लेकिन वो देखा जाएगा। फिलहाल सिर्फ 2 गेंदे और दोनों गेंद पर चौका। वही टेक्निकली 3 गेंदे हुई, लेकिन पहली वाली वाइड थी तो
गिना नहीं जाता।
Of course,
that's exactly why they have 9 runs instead of 8.
Yep.
वो एक्स्ट्रा रन्स भी आपको बहुत कीमती लगेंगे, बहुत ज्यादा पछताएंगे आपको, especially in a game जब आपका टोटल भी बहुत छोटा हो। Another one.
And another boundary.
Oh my God.
The Kolkata Hawks off to a flying start.
Indeed, they're living up to the name of the Hawks.
Oh yeah. And you can see the expressions on the players' faces. Elated, happy, relieved, or all of the above.
The required run rate for the first time today has dropped below double digits.
Oh yeah, this is the first time, Trips, indeed, that we have a run rate of 9.56 in play over here.
In the first over itself.
And that continues to dwindle as they continue to get more and more runs.
I mean, a target of 56 in 30 balls? It's achievable if you get 2 runs every ball, but now you're just going for boundaries upon boundaries, and this might just be another one.
A full toss ball used to full effect, as that's a 4 once again, and you can see Sachin as well as Kunal and the Kolkata Hawks really taking in the atmosphere and the environment.
I know, right? वो ये drumming भी enjoy कर रहे हैं, ढोलबाजी enjoy कर रहे हैं. What on earth is that?
Oh my God!
No way! Not again!
Oh, it will be stopped. It will be stopped. Never mind, a bit too early on the drums there, but they will find 3. So again, Kolkata Hawks off to a really, really strong start in the first over. 22 runs, by the way.
Jesus, dude, that is an unreal number. इनका नाम है सचिन चौहान, लेकिन ये तेंदुलकर की तरह बैटिंग कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे. 6 बॉल में 21. That's like almost half the target gone.
बिल्कुल, जरा भी डर नहीं है सचिन में. जी जान लगा के खेलेंगे यहाँ पे. और कृणाल आराम से बैठे इंतजार कर रहे हैं कि यार मुझे जब तक मेहनत करने की जरूरत नहीं तब तक क्या टेंशन लेना. और इसी के साथ अभिषेक चक्रवर्ती आएंगे बॉलिंग के लिए.
Let's see if Abhishek can change the pace.
लेग स्पिनर है, लेकिन लग रहा है कि शायद वो ज़रा कुछ कर नहीं पाएंगे यहाँ पे वापस से.
Oh my goodness. लेग स्पिनर को लेग साइड पे ही वापस डिस्पैच करते गया. That's a powerful pulse of 4.
और उसी के साथ सचिन वापस से स्ट्राइक पे रहेंगे.
Oh yeah. Okay, here's an interesting fact. Sachin actually is the 3rd highest ranked player in the tournament so far.
Okay.
Devendra is number 1. So this is Sachin's chance to jump to the number 1 spot. It's not just Mumbai Grizzlies versus Kolkata Hawks anymore. This is Devendra versus Sachin Chauhan. This just became personal.
Oh yeah.
Wow!
Yeah, okay, that ball should be defended. As I have to say, our drum guys are really excited.
I know, right?
Yeah, the Dholes, well, they're certainly eager
I don't
to
blame
try and
them,
make some
man.
noise. I don't either. You know, there's just been so many boundaries so far. We will see if they can get some more runs in. And well, looks like those are going to be another 2 runs going the way of the Hawks, as they can very, very comfortably chase their target now. They have no fear, no hesitation whatsoever.
No mercy either.
No mercy either. But
Krunal did not even need to play a single ball.
let's not get ahead of ourselves here. I do remember what happened to the London Rhinos, and that was rough. I just hope that the Hawks do not meet a single fade, a drop catch. And that is unfortunate for the Grizzlies.
I mean, it was a difficult catch to begin with. He had to dive for this one, but come on. Getting Sachin back to pavilion would have been a game-changing moment for the Mumbai Grizzlies. Sachin बहुत ज़्यादा मार रहे हैं, और अगर उनकी विकेट निकल जाती तो लाइफ डेफिनेटली आसान हो जाती मुंबई ग्रिजलीज के लिए.
बिल्कुल, और इसी के साथ अभिषेक चक्रवर्ती
Not again!
वापस से I think ये कैच छूटा गया यहाँ पे.
Yeah, you can't even have any excuses for that one. At least पिछले वाले ड्रॉप में you could have said कि हाँ थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट कैच था. जो फील्डर थे उनका जो टाइमिंग विंडो है बहुत ही छोटा होता है. रियल क्रिकेट में जितना ज्यादा बॉल फील्डर के करीब होता है उतना ही ज्यादा टाइम आपको रिएक्ट करने के लिए मिलता है, एंड उतना ही इजी होता है. तो पिछला वाला बॉल तो चलो फिर भी ठीक था, थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट था. दिस वन वाज अ सिटर. यू कांट बी डूइंग दिस.
लेकिन उसी के साथ पावर प्ले वाली ओवर्स खत्म होती है. So perhaps we're going to see Kolkata Hawks take a step back, relax, and look more for the ones and twos. As it is now the Winder on the over. And he has a lot of work to do.
A lot.
Medium fast bowler. And the Hawks, well, they're going to have to be very, very careful with how they play now, because the power play is over. You can see the Winder already starting to deliver now.
Oh no. This one's gone the distance.
Is it going to be caught? Yes, it is. And the Winder comes through. Takes out Sachin. After a very impressive performance by the batsman, he will be taken out, and finally Krunal will get a chance to bat.
Rank number 1 player taking down rank number 3. Davinder wasn't able to do much on the batting side of things, but the moment he picks up the ball, he delivers. Sachin has been sent back, but he's done majority of the heavy lifting for Kolkata Hawks. एक बहुत ही अच्छा यॉर्कर टाइप डाला था ऑफ साइड ऑफ ऑफ स्टंप के लाइन पे, एंड देख के तो लग रहा था कि यार ये शायद से फिर से बाउंड्री चला जाएगा, बट नोप. Devinder set a trap for him.
Indeed, और उसी के साथ सत्येंद्र आएंगे यहाँ पे बैटिंग करने, और आई थिंक कोलकाता हॉक्स का इरादा यही है कि वो ये ओवर में शांति से आराम से खेले, देवेंद्र की गेंदों पर इतने अटेम्प्ट्स नहीं करे. बिल्कुल.
I mean, उनको अटेम्प्ट करने की जरूरत भी नहीं है. उनका टारगेट एक्चुअली काफी अचीवेबल है. Even if they go for singles and twos, it can work. And yet again another Yorker. लेकिन इस बार कृणाल ने बहुत ही पेशेंटली और बहुत ही सोच समझ के खेला. बॉल डाला उन्होंने पॉइंट की तरफ, and he didn't loft it, right? It was just a gentle stroke, or it could have been a push, but he just made sure that it's not in the air, because that was definitely a trap.
Certainly, and with that, Krunal eager to get the next one, as the Winder is going to do his best, but it's a clean ball coming through from him, as Krunal on his 3rd ball of the game will be taken out of the picture. Just like lenskart says, please do the honors.
नजर हटी और दुर्घटना इंडीड घटी. बैट्समैन थोड़ा खुद को पोजीशन कर चुका था राइट हैंड साइड की तरफ, लेकिन बॉल गई स्पिन होके. बहुत ही अच्छा लेग स्पिन था देविंदर की तरफ से. उनका दूसरा विकेट एक ही ओवर में. Now he's really proving why he's the number 1 ranked player in the tournament so far.
Certainly, और अगर आप देख सकते हैं ये ओवर में उन्होंने 4 गेंदों पे कोलकाता हॉक्स को रन बनाने से रोका है. फाइनली कोलकाता हॉक्स को एक और मौका मिलेगा यहाँ पे, और उसी के साथ लगता है भी सौरभ आएंगे यहाँ पे, जो वापस से एक बैलेंस्ड बैट्समैन है. और उसी के साथ देवेंद्र की ओवर खत्म होती है और सचिन प्रीत अभी यहाँ पे बॉलिंग करेंगे.
Left hand, good pace. जाएंगे इस बार around the wicket. Oh, ball का lining outside of the off stump. लेकिन बहुत ही peacefully connect किया है यहाँ पे. Oh, that could be close. Is it run out? That's risky.
I don't think so. I think the batsman is safe. Yep.
Yeah.
सत्येंद्र ने डाइव किया था वहाँ पे एंड पे और उसी की वजह से वो बच गए. लेकिन वापस से बहुत ही अच्छी अवेयरनेस सजनप्रीत की तरफ से.
Oh, he's left that one. Okay, no problem, no problem. Can't really blame him because जिस तरह से सजनप्रीत spin डाल रहे हैं, you don't know where that will land.
Oh yeah.
And why take a risk when you know it's going to go for a wide?
बिल्कुल. सजनप्रीत जैसे कि हमने डिस्कस किया था पहले, every single wide is going to cost them. And looks like they're going to be safe for two. The Grizzlies, they need to try and mitigate the number of balls they allow Satyendra and Saurabh to play. Sajan has got a mammoth task on his hands, but there's a man to do it. It is him. He can try. And again, KolkataHawks just very, very happy with the twos they're finding. And again, well fielded, but of course it's not an out.
That was a short ball. Great in height. But with those kind of balls, you can't afford to loft them. If they go high rather than going long, you will be caught out. What a swing!
Yeah, beautiful swing, but again, well read by Satyendra. Was in position. And again, it does hit the stump, but the batsman is safe. Sachinpreet still has 2 balls remaining. We'll see if he can get a wicket, at least get a few dots, but it does not look like that is the case. The KolkataHawks are confident.
No. Oh, okay. Hey,
Yeah.
at least they don't score another run on the back of that overthrow.
Yeah, and these twos, they're starting to catch up with the Grizzlies now. The pressure really starting to mount. 7 balls remaining. And the Hawks need 8 runs.
This looks like a very difficult target to defend. You need dots, you need wickets, you need everything. You need to throw the whole goddamn kitchen sink at the Hawks in order to stop them now.
Oh yeah, and everything else.
And everything else along with it. You really have to hustle for this one.
You
Courtesy
certainly
Lenskart
do.
Hustler. These are indeed a very stylish, line of glasses. The Hustler
Yeah.
series from Lenskart. Do check them out. Really cute colors.
Yeah, cool frames. I like them. But with that, the final ball of the over, and the Hawks will at least be good for 1, attempting a 2, and they are in the clear.
Oh, no.
A misfield coming through, I believe, and that's going to be 3.
Yeah, you take every chance you get.
Oh no, that's not what the Grizzlies are hoping for. Is now a lot of pressure on
Man.
Sujit's shoulders.
They are just 5 runs away, and they've got 6 balls to go.
Oh, never mind. It's actually going to be Milan coming for the bowling.
The man himself,
Yep.
the man who made it look possible, now has to make it all on his own. Pressure mounting, run rate dropping, hopes dwindling as the Grizzlies might just not be able to claw their way back out of this one. The Hawks soaring high, ready to take flight. And even though it's a grounded shot, a double will definitely get them across.
Oh, it will. And when you know that the number of runs you need to score,
Are negligible.
yep, are exceeded by the number of
Negligible.
balls, you know you're in the clear here if you're the Hawks. All you have to do is be patient, be careful, be prudent. And the match is yours.
I think they can afford to be a little reckless, right? I mean, just for the sake of
you do have
rubbing
3
it in Mumbai
wickets.
Grizzlies' face.
You certainly could. It would be a moral victory as well, but they're gonna go for 2 here and find it. Just patience is the name of the game. And KolkataHawks can smell victory. It is right in their jaws.
It's in the palm of their hands. They can smell it, taste it. All they need to do is gulp it, and it will be theirs. It's a lot of food references over there, but
Uh-huh.
Milan, steadfast, staring in the face of defeat.
Yeah.
He's got an impossible task on his shoulders. I don't know if he feels defeated already or whether he still has a little bit of fight left in him. They need every single dot ball now to push this into a super over of sorts. It would be a miracle over if it comes through.
Oh, yeah. Well, that is what could be the final ball of the set of innings. And the Hawks have done it. There it is. They will win the match against the Grizzlies by 3 wickets. And you can see they are elated. Beautiful performance coming through from the Hawks. They were aware of what the narrative was, and they smashed it. Knocked it out of the park, out of Melbourne Stadium, into the stands, amidst the fans, and there they are. They're going to be greeting the folks of the Grizzlies, and once again, beautiful performance coming out from the boys in deep blue. But I believe that's going to be about it for the 4th match here today, folks. We still got one more though, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back, but right after this short break.
All new Pulsar Mania is here. Maniacs wanted.
अब आगे कुछ भी हो सकता है।
निकर और टी-शर्ट पहन के आया साइकिल लोन लगा के फोन बता दे सबको बच के
All flights to remain grounded.
जो खुद की सुनते हैं दुनिया उनकी सुनती है। लेंसकार्ट आकड़ है,
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा।
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं।
अरे This was match number 4, KolkataHawks versus Mumbai Grizzlies, and मेरे ओपिनियन में ये आज का सबसे entertaining match था. A big round of applause for KolkataHawks. Saurabh, I would like to call you to the pitch, and आपके साथ सचिन, आप भी आ जाओ यार, आ जाओ. मैच से पहले आ जाइए. मैच से पहले सचिन मुझे बोल रहा था कि यार मुझे भी आपसे ऑन स्क्रीन ऐसे स्टेज पे आके बात करना है. सचिन इधर आए, सचिन चौहान से सचिन तेंदुलकर. क्या था, व्हाट वाज योर गेम प्लान?
मेरा यही प्लान था कि लॉफ्ट करके मतलब पीपी में अच्छा रन बनाना है. वो पहले जो हारे ना एक 64 पे मतलब चेन्नई वालों ने डिफेंड कर लिया था, तो उनका पीपी में रन नहीं बना था. ये स्ट्रैटेजी से मैं बोला था कि पीपी में रन करना है, बस पीपी में रन कर लिया तो पीछे ये स्ट्रोक पिच से कैसे इन्होंने मैच संभाल के जीत लिया ना. ये स्ट्रैटेजी करके मैं खेल रहा था. फिर वो मेरा गलती से विकेट गया, बट मैं खुश हूं.
टीम ने संभाल लिया.
यस, खुश हूं मैं. मेरे
ग्रेट, ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट टू यू. कैप्टन आप आइए. सौरभ, इट्स अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग टीम. मुंबई इज अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग टीम.
जी.
मैच जाने से पहले दिमाग में क्या चल रहा था?
हमको पहले से ही लग रहा था कि ये मैच हमारे लिए इजी विन है.
अच्छा.
हाँ.
ओके.
और उसके बाद जो हमारी टीम है उसमें 5 प्लेयर बहुत ही अच्छे हैं और मुझे पूरा भरोसा है कि हमारी टीम बहुत आगे जाएगी.
बिल्कुल. स्टेलर परफॉर्मेंस. दिस वाज ओनली द मैच नंबर 4. आगे और मैचेस आने वाले हैं. थैंक यू सो मच सौरभ. ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर द नेक्स्ट मैच. एंड ओवर टू माय एनालिस्ट.
All new Pulsar Mania is here. Maniacs wanted.
Piyush, hey, I was just on lenskart. ये जो price है $999, right?
नहीं करण, रुपीज है.
I can't be seen wearing glasses under 1 lakh. Price थोड़ा ज्यादा हो सकता है क्या?
करण, ये बढ़िया प्राइस है. It's only because we don't have middlemen.
90,000?
आप कहीं और से ले लो. 80,000. I'm going. Bye.
अमीरों की हाई लगेगी तुझे.
फैक्ट्री वाले प्राइसेस, नो मिडलमैन. लेंसकार्ट, डाउनलोड द ऐप.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं.
Well, you're talking about some exciting matches. This one turned out to be one of the low-scoring games, remember? But in the end, it was an entertaining one. Kolkata, of course, winning convincingly there by 3 wickets. Joining me along again is Chetan Arora. Chetan, convincing victory?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, in the end, yes, Mumbai got close. You know, they made it interesting. The kind of experienced players that they have, you know, really balanced team. But I think Sachin, you know, he played a gorgeous knock. And I think after those you can say it was an onslaught, the highest score of the day. So it was an onslaught in the first 2 overs. From there onwards, there was never any doubt that, which direction the game was going to head.
Well, you spoke about Sachin, but we'll have a look at the Kolkata scorecard, of course, the way they batted. Incredible stuff. No pressure, you could actually call out that when Kolkata are batting. And you could see it in the team as well, how they were going. Give up to that start. Sachin, 32, becomes the highest scorer, remember. He breaks Pradyumna's record for 31 runs while he started. So that's a new record that we have. Talk about Davinder with the bowling as well, isn't it?
Well, yeah, Davinder is the #1 ranked player in this tournament. Time and again, we have reminded our viewers, you have 48 players in 8 teams, 48 best players of real cricket from across the country. So, he is the #1 ranked player. There's no surprise that he took those 2 wickets. Kind of brought Mumbai back into the attack, but Sachin's not. 32 of 14. That more or less sealed the game. They were not chasing a very high total. We've seen 60 plus, 65 plus in the first 3 games today. So from that aspect, they were not chasing a very high total. But then from there on, so when you look at how Mumbai batted, nobody really went on to make a big score. A lot of wickets. They were the first team to be bowled out today.
But actually, having said that, they were a decent start. They scored 30 in the power play. They could have really capitalized, and eventually a target of 60 to 70, but then they end up with 56.
And you have to look at it from the aspect of the bowling. Mirdhaji taking 2 wickets in 1 over. Again, we have to remind our viewers, 5 players can bowl 1 over each, just a 5 over match. So Mirdhaji taking 2 wickets, Sujat taking 2 wickets. That's 1 over, 2 wickets each. That really breaks your momentum. And once that happened, ek baar wo ho gaya, uske baad there was no recovery for the Mumbai Grizzlies. And the big wickets were Davinder getting him out for 4. He has the highest strike rate, 267. Millen going for 16 of 10. He tried to rescue them. Didn't really happen. 55 all out.
Well, of course, they felt like a pack of cards, but you look at how the Kolkata fared as well. Now, Mumbai really have to pick up their socks and move forward, because you talk about KolkataHawks, that's how the bowling looked. 2 wickets, you spoke about Sachin as well, economy 4.8.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And again, 2 for 12 for Mirdhaji in that 1 over. He took that. Davinder's wicket was really important for him. That really broke the momentum for the Mumbai side. And then 2 wickets in the end. That was the final over. So even then, Millen was trying to give them the momentum, but didn't really work out. Sujat taking those 2 wickets. So with those 4 wickets, just a break in the momentum, Mumbai could never recover from that.
And you of course saw the fall of wickets as well, which was consistent, which is what Kolkata were actually focusing on. Tried to keep them under pressure, which really will convince him. Because at the end of the day, if your bowlers are performing well, it also gives confidence to the batsmen.
Which is why I think it was a really great performance from the KolkataHawks, because if your bowlers are taking wickets, I think that has become the trend throughout the first 3 games and now game number 4. So if your bowlers are taking wickets, then you are on top. And like I said, again, 55, 56, they got 56, which was the lowest total in the 4 games today. Yeah. So from that perspective, I think they were not chasing a high total. And Sachin on the money, those first 2 overs took the game away, and that was it.
Well, of course, you have to think about, because one, Sachin eventually fell down. You also had immediately Krunal falling down, but thankfully they had their forts secured.
Yeah, absolutely. And Davinder, you have to praise him there. He took those 2 wickets. Sachin, after the first 2 overs, he was not looking very good. 32 of 14, still a very, very good score. But after the first 2 overs, that is power play finished, uske baad thoda sa slow down ho gaye. There was a little bit of pressure. Davinder 2 for 4, tried to bring Mumbai back in the game. Captain's bowling effort, but again, not enough runs on the board. I would say 55 all out, lowest total of the day, and 56 in these situations. E-gaming with a player getting 32 of 14 in the power play. Yeah, 55 was never going to trouble them.
Right. Well, this is kind of an outlier, because we saw a low-scoring game, but equally we also saw a high-scoring individual that will tell volumes of there could be diversity in the game as well.
Yeah, and Sachin, #3 ranked player in the tournament. So in terms of how we are seeing, different players from different teams, kahin pe brute player, kahin pe radical player. So Sachin is a radical player,
Right. Well, you spoke about Sachin, and I'll tell you what, incidentally, he's also our man of the match. I mean, of course, we had Chetan Narula, we were discussing in between how Sachin is so instrumental, and he also turns out to be the man of the match. Kudos to you, Chetan, for actually figuring out 230, almost 230 of the strike rate. 5 fours, what really makes the difference, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, these are well-placed shots. He was not really looking at hitting sixes, not really, trying to hit power modes or anything. Just placing the ball using the power play, which is why I said, after the power play, he was struggling a bit to get going. So I think that's a very, very good contribution and a good strike rate. Took away the game when you're chasing 55.
Well, now you talk about some of the important partnerships which have taken place, certainly from a side of Kolkata earlier, which kind of build up to that victory which they had. You have Kolkata eventually partnering. I mean, we have seen the importance of partnerships in the last 3 odd games, and of course in the 4 odd games as well. So you think that's key to sustain, especially the first the first 2 overs.
Yeah, and Mumbai didn't really have enough partnerships today. They were losing a lot of wickets. The only team to be bowled out today in today's matchups, match number 4, the only team to be bowled out. If you take a look at, this is the partnerships for Kolkata. They got off to a flyer, 32 of 15, and then Saurabh and Satyendra really 18 runs there, finishing things off. But once you take a look at Mumbai's partnership chart, you'll see that they did not have those partnerships to get a bigger score. I think जैसे जैसे टूर्नामेंट आगे बढ़ेगी हमें दिखेगा कि स्कोर थोड़ा कम आ रहा है बट अभी थोड़ा जल्दी है उसके लिए
बात हम पिच की भी करेंगे क्योंकि मेलबर्न की पिच हम बात करते हैं ग्रीन पिच की जी हम बात जरूर करते हैं कि रियल क्रिकेट में पिच आपको अगर ऐसा लग रहा होगा बट ऑल्सो इट इज टू डू विद द डिफिकल्टी लेवल बिकॉज यू टॉकिंग अबाउट अ ग्रीन पिच इन मेलबर्न
Yeah, absolutely. But it's the conditions stay same throughout the day. There's no difference in conditions really. This is ecricket after all. We are playing on a mobile gaming platform. So from that perspective, the conditions don't really change. It's how to use those conditions.
Perfect.
We saw in the first 2-3 games jahan pe left arm spin had a lot of role to play. This time around, not so much.
And of course, see, what happens is at the end of the day, when you're trying to build partnerships, right, they know that consistent fall of wickets may not lead, like we did see about Mumbai. Now, we try to understand about how partnerships from Mumbai worked, because that was something which is not consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. And those regular wickets, they started off well, then 2 wickets, then again went on, but again 2 wickets. You look at that, 23, 7, 7, 12, 4.
Inconsistent, yeah.
The good start was there. The good start was there. But after that, those 2 wickets from... in that 1 over where Davinder got out, and then again towards the end where Millen got out. So I think that just took it away from them.
But there was also one point in time you felt that for Mumbai they could have been bundled out at 40 because they were really reeling under pressure. Talk about that taking to at least 56.
Yeah, I mean Millen saved them there. He's the most experienced player. They have the number 1 player and the most experienced player. He's 42 years old. Almost like a dad's age to most of the players here. Sorry about that. But having said that, he was just brilliant towards the end. But again, not enough. Not enough.
Well,
today.
we speak forward about and understanding how Kolkata really tried to score the runs, and that's how they're going to analyze the opponents for them, because we look at the pitch map then of where the runs actually rather came from, or rather where exactly the balls were going forward.
I mean, you look at those shots, some of the shots that he played. I mean, most of them were Sachin's runs, for KolkataHawks. Again, you're not looking at sixes. Do you see any greens? You don't see any greens.
You don't see.
So he has played some really well-placed shots all across the wicket, wide off the wicket, then again going towards the leg side. So you don't see any big shots. Power, placement, timing, that was the key for Sachin.
You spoke about a very important component called timing. Now here, of course, timing of the bat for the one which is there on the field, but it's also about the time of how you click. It's also about in fact, the final output depends on your timing and also your, the kind of shot you select going forward. So, of course, how do you go forward in understanding as a excerpt for the next team that they're going to play?
I think it's important to look at how Kolkata have bowled also, because they have been the winning side, and the key for them to win today has been how they have taken the wickets. So look at the wickets. I mean, those wickets haven't really come towards the stumps. Davinder got a bowl today.
Correct.
But Kolkata's wickets, they were all caught. So again, timing is very important. हम अपने दर्शकों को बता दें कि when the bowler is bowling, he also has that button, the fielding button. So it's all about the timing when the ball is close to the fielder. So just like making a shot or running, you also can time that fielder's jump for the catch. And I think Kolkata were really on the money today.
Well, of course, you talk about certain misfielding, if I could have really hurt, Mumbai there. Do you think it was a problem?
I just think they didn't have enough runs on the board. Apart from that, it didn't really matter. Once you just score 50, 55, I think that's easy meat, especially for a side chasing.
Absolutely. Well, now you just spoke about the side bowling first. Now we have seen that trend already. We have, of course, been speaking about it as well. Now, will this become a new normal for the teams, because they know that they can really target them, restrict them to like a total like 56, and then eventually go for a victory?
I mean, I think that could be an interesting trend, because we've seen towards the first 3 games that the starting first 2 overs, 3 overs. You've got left arm spin, using spin again in the power plays, but towards the end, using the pacers, taking the pace of the ball like Devendra did, that could be very helpful. And this is Kolkata's wagon wheel against pace, or using it in the power plays. Sachin making those shots. He used the leg side against pace to good effect, getting those boundaries in. He knew that area was vacant in the power plays, and he could get those runs. So 55% of his runs coming from that area. Made good use of the power play. Hats off to him.
And of course, you've been speaking about the inside-out kind of fielding, which is kind of real.
Yeah.
Do you think it's really helping any of these teams, or who are actually batting?
In terms of fielding?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you get the fielding timing right, you get those wickets. Getting those wickets is crucial, especially with the teams batting first. It restricts them to 50, 55, as we saw. I think that's going to be the trend going ahead. A lot of these teams are going to be strategizing again. They're going to be studying what has happened today. We still have one more match to come up. That's going to be a very, very interesting matchup. Throughout the day, we have seen the bowlers have been on top. Yes, a couple of knocks from good batsmen, but mostly building the match, it's been about the bowlers. And both Chennai and New York in the upcoming match, they have fantastic bowling lineups.
Right. But from a perspective, let's say from a point where you're actually seeing the game, you feel that really it's the batsmen or the batters who are actually doing a lot of the stuff. But somewhere down the line, we know that the bowlers are actually doing all the change.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, how you use the bowlers, and again, we have talked about it, only 5 overs, so you can use 5 bowlers. How you use them and when you use them is very, very important. Somebody like a Devendra, he came in the middle and, he got those wickets.
Well, we have a look at the 4s and 6s brought to you by NS, Pulsar NS 125 Showstopper.
So yeah, good start there from Mumbai, but they lost a lot of wickets. Initial start was really good, getting those boundaries in, and again, I mean, look at that, Satyendra bowling, again, that spin element at the start, not really working. But I'm waiting for Sachin's highlights to come, because he, used really good timing and power, not as much as trying to hit over the boundary. I think that was really, really important for Sachin. But yeah, good start from Mumbai, but those wickets, they just couldn't capitalize on it.
Well, I think they have a lot of learning to do from here on, because remember, it's a long league. They're going to play, again, each team is going to play the other team twice. So, again, they will have the shot at redemption in a home-away round-robin format. And yeah, you're talking about Sachin, isn't it? There, of course, he comes in.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful. He's used all parts of the ground. That was a reverse hit, and that was in the first over itself. And now you'll see, a lot of times he'll just flick the ball over mid-wicket towards square leg and get those boundaries in. That was, and his team was absolutely cheering him on. That was brilliant to watch. They knew what's going to happen. They knew how he was going to target and get those boundaries in. Absolutely fabulous innings from Sachin.
Well, of course, we have seen the 4s and 6s, which, of course, in a low-scoring game can always be a question to ask about. But again, there was fall of wickets as well earlier for Mumbai, which was consistent, and also by Kolkata. Let's have a look at our wickets by lenskart.
This was a very vital moment in the game. Mirdaji taking 2 wickets. After taking the first wicket, he came round the wicket straight away to Devendra and got that wicket. Timing of the catch was really, really important. And again, this was Sachin taking that wicket. Good catch towards the deep square leg area. And again, timing, getting that fielder to dive and catch, that was really, really important. And this was Sujit, who took 2 wickets in the final over. And that was really the reason where Mumbai lost out in the game. They have a very good team on paper. But again, you need to go out there and perform. They use your experience, use the kind of players you have. And I think Mumbai failed to do that today.
Well, of course, we talk about that top order for Kolkata, especially likes of Sachin and Kunal, who gave a good start, right? And how crucial is because we've seen in the last couple of games that a good opening pair, a good, a few runs on the board, boom, you're close to victory.
Yeah, I mean, we're starting to look at that. It's starting to become another trend. We start picking up trends like that. One is the bowling trend after winning the toss. The other is the left arm spin in the power play. That's the trend. And now the trend, attack the power play.
Well, of course, we look at the points table now because we have 4 winners from the 5 games that we had today, and that's how it looks like for now. The Apes go on top, courtesy the net run rate 2.39 with the kind of runs they've scored. And of course, there it is in front of you, Sachin. How can you kind of analyze it? Because now we already have all these teams who have played. It's just the next game which we have amongst 2 teams which have already played.
Yeah, absolutely. All teams have played that one game. So KolkataHawks, I'm very impressed with the way Mumbai bowled towards the end, trying to bring the game close. Because the way Kolkata started, they could have had a good run rate, but they restricted them to just 0.8 run rate. So Mumbai not losing too much, minus 0.8 in that sense. So yeah, but again, all teams have played that one game, and the best 4 sides on the day. That's game day 1 of the GEPL. We have New York, Chennai, Dubai, and Kolkata. And yes, as you rightly said, the final game of day 1, New York versus Chennai. That's going to be the already a table-topping clash.
Well, of course, and you have to make a lot of observations there because this is bound to change now and then.
Yeah.
But how important it is to stay on top.
Oh, absolutely. Top 4 teams into the knockouts. That's about it, really. Stay on top.
Well, we talk about the leaderboard because it's not just the point. We have our leaderboards in the runs as well. Sachin there with 32, followed by Pradyumna, who has scored 31 so far. And then there is that close contest between the likes of Mukesh, Manish, and Tejas.
Yeah, absolutely. We were talking about that. Pradyumna, he was on top for 3 matches. He played the first game, got those 31 runs. But Sachin's score has finally moved him down to number 2.
Well, one question.
Yeah.
Do you see a 50 coming up very soon?
I thought Sachin would get the 50, but he slowed down after the power play. But who knows? I think there will be one. There will be one.
We're talking about 50s. Well, we would be glad if it really comes down. But then we'll have a look at the wickets because there is also competition going up there.
Yeah, Anil stays top. Mirdhaji with those 2 wickets in 1 over, and now we have 2 entries from Kolkata now. Sujit with 2 wickets as well. So yeah, just a 1 over. Wickets are at a premium. 3 wickets for Anil in 1 over. That was a gorgeous over if you're bowling just the 1 over. But yeah, every time you take a couple of wickets, you're going to enter into this table. No surprises, Anil. That's very tough to top. 3 wickets in 1 over.
Right, and of course we've been talking about the strike rates because remember, it's just 30 balls that you have and you really have to create an impact, and this is how the strike rate really matters in a game of 5 overs of the Global Cricket Premier League.
Yeah, Anil at 340 and then JD at 333. Not easy to top 340, but again, nobody from this particular game, they didn't have that exceptional strike rate. I think, again, because of the low-scoring game. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and watch if anything changes going ahead in this table as well.
But, it's about handling the pressure there. And a lot of these players have actually played under that pressure and created a strike rate like that. So, would you give more to somebody who is kind of taken advantage of a good batting condition and then go on to 340 or probably a 270 there?
No, I mean, 270 is a good strike rate. If you're scoring 20-odd runs of 5 balls or 6 balls, 270 strike rate is absolutely fabulous. That Manish's knock, really comes to mind in the way that he batted. So yeah, 270, 280 odd in this kind of a platform. Yeah, absolutely, well done.
Well, now you look forward to another game that we have on hand today. Remember, it is the Chennaiwolves who come back against the New York Apes. Both teams have won their respective games. And you're talking about 2 teams, a fight for the top, is it?
Oh, absolutely. Fight for the table-topping position here, and that's happening on day 1 itself. Amazing.
You spoke about having to go to sleep peacefully. Chennai, if really they could win this, Chen ki neend to unhe bhi milegi.
Or New York.
We're already, of course, or New York, because again, we're talking about a close contest. We're building up on that, but right now we'll go into a short little break. On the other side, the match continues.
That was the end of match number 4. We are cutting off for a small intermission, but stay glued to your seat. We will be right back.
All new Pulsar Mania is here. Maniacs wanted.
अब आगे कुछ भी हो सकता है।
निक्कर और टी-शर्ट पहन के आया साइकिल लोन लगा के फोन बता दे सबको बच के
All flights to remain grounded.
चारों घड़ी जिद कर देगी।
जो खुद की सुनते हैं दुनिया उनकी सुनती है। lenskart आकड़ है।
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा।
finolex pipes पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी पाइप नहीं।